Hey, this is Jacob Soboroff for NPR Sunday Soapbox in Los Angeles. On Monday, the Supreme Court ruled that an Indiana law requiring voters to show photo ID at the polls was not unconstitutional. So what does this all mean? I went to visit with Loyola Law School distinguished professor and election expert Rick Hasen to find out. Hasen said we're seeing election administration and election laws being determined more and more by party affiliation throughout the United States. Without true bipartisan support for reforming our thousands upon thousands of election jurisdictions nationwide, who loses? The voters.
Not only was there not a lot of evidence, or no evidence, of a problem of voter fraud in Indiana of the kind that an ID would prevent, there wasn't a lot of good evidence as to how many people were in fact affected by this law. We do know that there were many voters who lacked the requisite state ID. The question is how many of those people will want to vote and won't be able to get the ID.
We started thinking about what it would take to pick up a photo ID that you'd need to vote if you didn't already have one. So we hit the streets in my hometown of Pacific Palisades, California, to find out.
Ford and Civic Center.
I'm going to start my stopwatch here on my iPhone to show you how long it actually might take and how inconvenient it might be.
Okay, you go first. Oh, how come your money is so easy?
Right now we've been on the bus for 4 minutes and 49 seconds. We're on Chautauqua Boulevard heading down towards Pacific Coast Highway, after which we'll head up back into Santa Monica to go to the closest Department of Motor Vehicles where we can actually pick up a piece of identification that would be valid under the statute as upheld by the Supreme Court. As you can see behind me, the bus is obviously packed full, and you know, who knows if people on the bus have a driver's license or not. My number is G222, and it hasn't been called yet. We've now been on the road for 1 hour exactly, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 hour, 2 seconds. And here we are in the middle of the afternoon at the DMV on a Thursday afternoon. It's anything but convenient, and not a lot of people can take an hour off of work, or 2 hours. Our final round trip time was 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 28 seconds. Professor Hasen, our election law expert, told us that he doesn't believe it's voter ID that's the problem. It's the way that this law was enacted and the means by which someone without a photo ID has to go get one in order to vote.
My proposal is that the government goes out and affirmatively registers everybody who wants to be registered. Now, of course, you have an objection to being registered, you don't have to register. But the government goes out proactively. Universal voter registration. When people are graduating high school, they get registered to vote. They get a national voter ID card. When they move, that follows with them. The voter ID card has a thumbprint on it. And so if you ever forget your card, as long as you don't forget your thumb, you can vote.
For NPR Sunday Soapbox, this is Jacob Soboroff. Talk to you guys later.